thanks for joining us from our studios in Israel. I'm Aaron Porras here with ILTV's Morning Briefing.
Israeli MKs are demanding an urgent inquiry into how confidential details of a state comptroller's report on the Security Cabinet's management of the 2014 Gaza war were leaked to the media. The lawmakers from various political parties who sit on the Knesset Subcommittee on Classified Details wrote a letter to Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit expressing shock at the leaked facts of the yet-to-be-publicized report. Quote, "We ask you to open an urgent inquiry into the matter to determine the source of the leak and to draw lessons that might prevent similar incidents in the future." End quote. The report is expected to be made public in the coming weeks, but details have already been published and aired in various media reports. A report in November said that the inquiry found that Netanyahu and then Defense Minister Moshe Ya'alon failed to inform Security Cabinet members of the extent of the threat posed by Hamas's network of cross-border tunnels. Arabs and Jews from all over Israel poured into downtown Tel Aviv last night for a protest march against what they call the anti-Arab racism of the government. The protesters allege that proof of the discrimination lies in the handling of the relatively peaceful evacuation and home demolitions in Amona last week, and the clash-filled demolitions and evacuations of Arab Bedouin villages in Kalansawe and Al-Hiran. Al-Hiran is the Bedouin village in which Bedouin man Yaqub Musa Abu Al-Kiyan ran over and killed police officer First Sergeant Erez Levi. Accounts into the incident are still divided, with one side claiming Al-Kiyan was attempting a vehicular terror attack and was thus shot dead, the other side claiming he was shot first, causing him to lose control of his car and resulting in Sergeant Erez Levi's death. Al-Kiyan's wife accused the government of racism and called for an independent investigation into the January 18th events. As the marchers crossed through Tel Aviv's major streets and the Dizengoff Center mall complex, they chanted "Housing for everyone, enough of the demolitions, enough blood," and demanded that PM Netanyahu and Public Security Minister Gilad Erdan step down. They accused the two Israeli officials of incitement against the Arab-Israeli community. Zionist Union MK Tzipi Livni warned yesterday that a bill to legalize Israeli settlements built on private Palestinian land will lead IDF soldiers to the International Criminal Court in The Hague. Livni said the so-called regulation bill, being promoted by the right wing, was more harmful to the country than any of the Israeli human rights groups, such as Breaking the Silence or B'Tselem, which are often demonized by the right. Tzachi Hanegbi, a minister in the Prime Minister's office, also expressed his opposition to the legislation and predicted that it would not pass the upcoming Knesset votes. The bill was narrowly approved by a vote of 7-6 in a joint meeting of the Knesset's Law Committee and Foreign Affairs and Defense Committee. It is scheduled to face its second and third readings tomorrow. Mossad intelligence agency officials met with United States President Donald Trump's national security aides 2 weeks ago in Washington to coordinate their policies on a range of Middle East issues, according to the Haaretz newspaper. Citing an unnamed senior official in Jerusalem, Haaretz said that Mossad chief Yossi Cohen and Israel's acting national security advisor Jacob Nagel met with U.S. National Security Advisor General Michael Flynn and other officials 2 days before Trump's January 20th inauguration. The United States and Israeli officials reportedly discussed various Middle East affairs, including the Israeli-Palestinian conflict. The Times of Israel reported that Jason Greenblatt, the administration's special representative for international negotiations, met on Friday with 3 Palestinian businessmen with close ties to the Palestinian Authority president Mahmoud Abbas, and told them that the administration does not intend to build relations with the PA until after Trump meets with Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on February 15th. In keeping with the scheduled normalization of ties between Israel and Turkey, Turkish energy officials will be arriving for their visit in Jerusalem today. The group, led by Ankara's Ministry of Energy and Natural Resources, will be meeting with their Israeli counterparts from the Israeli Energy Ministry and representatives of both Israel's Delek Group and Noble Energy. The visit follows last week's joint government statement saying that this is to be the first of many strengthening bilateral relations between Turkey and the Jewish state, since ties were lost following the 2010 Mavi Marmara raid. The Mavi Marmara flotilla attempted to breach the Israeli blockade on Gaza, and when boarded by naval forces, attacked Israeli troops. 10 members of the flotilla died in the ensuing clash. The two countries began reconciliation in 2013, culminating in a final agreement in the summer of 2016 and the exchange of ambassadors in January.
That's all for now. I'm Aaron Porras, and see you later with our main daily broadcast from Israel at 2 p.m. Eastern Time.